3 years younger than Cal Ellenor, gives up 1 centimeter of reach and 4 centimeters in height. EFC is amplified by Samsung. Be unconfined and break through the barriers with the infinity display on the new Samsung S8 and S8 Plus. Let's send it up to Cyrus Faeez.
And now, 3 5-minute rounds in the EFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist with a record of 6 wins and only 1 defeat. Standing 1.8 meters tall, weighing in at 61 kilos. Fighting out of Sunderland, England, I give you Cal Pacino Ellenor. And now his opponent, standing across the hexagon and fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist with a record of 3 wins and 1 defeat. Standing 1.76 meters tall, weighing in at 60 kilos. Fighting out of Cape Town, South Africa, Faeez, the Troublemaker Jacobs. Your referee when the action begins, Faeez.
RDG specialist in differential and gearbox repairs brings you the EFC Hexagon Girls. Find your nearest branch at rdg.co.za.
Well, there's the troublemaker, Faeez Jacobs, taking on Cal Pacino. Look at that death stare. He is laser focused.
Are you ready? Faeez, ready? Let's fight.
Faeez gets the fight started. Round 1 brought to you by Dragon Energy, high performance energy drink. In the black, in the red, and the white. That is Cal Pacino. In the all black, Faeez Jacobs.
Immediately taking the center of the hexagon is Ellenor.
Cal Pacino, a very, very refined fighter. Extremely well-rounded. Faeez Jacobs just kind of coming into his own in front of our eyes, just evolving in front of our eyes. The striking game is definitely there.
Might get taken down here after that quick initial flurry. Pushed up against the fence now, Faeez Jacobs with Ellenor.
Now, how big of a year was 2017 for this division when you talk about guys like Ellenor, Faeez Jacobs coming into his zone, Philip Rouge.
Faeez is taking his back here. If he can get this arm loose, Ellenor might be in a bit of trouble, but he's got...
That just goes to show you.
Stuck in a horrible position. Faeez Jacobs
goodness, is that
squeezing.
Transitioning.
He's got his back now. Hook's in. Ellenor might be in a bit of trouble here. And Faeez Jacobs
looking to prove a point here in Cape Town.
Over under control is locked up now. Faeez Jacobs, he might just slip off over the top. Lands the elbow.
Gotta love that aggression. Watch out.
He's in trouble.
Are you kidding me?
Tries to fight and break the hands is Cal Ellenor, and he does so successfully. Faeez Jacobs has the body triangle locked up. A lot of time to work. 3 minutes, 30 seconds is plenty.
Such a strong athlete is Faeez Jacobs.
Sneaky how he just got around onto the back, and Cal Ellenor just sort of held on with that one arm in that position. Now Faeez Jacobs softens him up, lands some elbows on the shoulder joint. Ellenor looked like he was going to get out of it for a second, but I think a body triangle is what's restricting him. Yeah, absolutely. Resets it now. He's got that locked back up.
Beautiful technique here by Cal Pacino.
Bleeding from the top of his head, though. I think it was from that elbow from Faeez Jacobs.
And there it is. He reverses it, and now Pacino is in the guard.
The ascendancy now. What can he do from here? Great spot for him to be in early on.
Now, one thing we do know coming into this fight, that Ellenor is not going to leave the same to the judges. He is going to go for the kill 100%.
He's coming in to try and finish this thing. Trying to just change positions ever so slightly as Faeez Jacobs, but he also wants to try and tie up his opponent here. He doesn't want to take shots, doesn't want to take damage from this position. Great spot for Cal Ellenor. Faeez Jacobs would want to try and move around, possibly use the fence to his advantage, get his opponent off of him.
Yeah, there's just some of those guys, they come around every other year or so that are just incredible athletes out of the gate. They just learn it on the fly and learn it so easy. Jacobs is one of those guys, but Cal Pacino is one of those guys that's been really forged in England, that very, very hotbed of an MMA scene, and you can just tell he's very well-rounded.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's not just wildly throwing. He's taking his time, he's picking his shots. He doesn't want to make a mistake from here because he has the dominant position. Faeez Jacobs is trying everything in his power to try and reverse this thing. Wants to grab a hold of an arm, but I don't really think he's got anything there. Now tries to isolate a leg. But the problem with that is you leave yourself exposed every time you try and go for a leg. You leave yourself wide open. But Faeez Jacobs has done a great job to not take punishment from this position just yet. But Ellenor still on top. At least in the judges' scorecards right now, he should be winning.
Well, he's grinding right now, Dirk, is exactly what he's doing. And he's dirtying up our corner pad there. Just bloodied that thing right up, didn't he? Cal Ellenor is really putting the pressure on Faeez. And now a little ground and pound.
And again, Faeez Jacobs trying with all his might to push, and this is going to take a lot out of Faeez Jacobs as well. We know he's got the gas tank, but Cal Ellenor is making him work a lot from this bottom position.
Beautiful side control there by Cal Ellenor. When you take a look at his wins, there's a lot of submissions in there. 2 guillotines and 2 rear naked chokes.
And the guillotine is exactly where he goes. Good knee to the body. You don't see that often enough. It's such a good weapon. He wants that guillotine. He's let go of it as Faeez Jacobs is sticking his neck out, possibly a little bit too much, looking for that single.
And he's just trying to set it up. If he gets underneath
that's
there.
exactly what he's looking for. He wants to lock his arms together. Yeah, that's right there for the picking, and he's got it.
He's got it.
He's got it. This has to be it.
No way. Ellenor squeezing like a vice, trying to pop his head right off.
17 seconds remain. Ellenor is squeezing. He wants to pop that thing right off.
How can he survive this?
He's
Jacobs
out. I think he's out. He's out.
Done. Pacino does it. That's called redemption, ladies and gentlemen. Cal Pacino is the real deal. Ellenor getting it done and throws up a little hand signal right there at the end. No love lost between those two. Cal Ellenor, watch out. Bantamweights, you are unnoticed.
Oh, absolutely. This whole division that is very quickly become very deep as they're all watching. They are all watching. Cal Ellenor, solid performance. And Faeez Jacobs just stuck his head out for a little bit too long. He was a little bit just threw caution to the wind, almost just looking for the takedown, and you can see Cal Ellenor.
We talked about it. He left the neck out. He left the neck out.
Absolutely. He stuck his neck out, and you could see him work for it. He had the arm locked up. He just had to transition and move a little bit, but he locked it up, and there was absolutely no way to. Faeez Jacobs is never going to submit from that.
Wow, he definitely showed us something. He definitely showed us something there. It's a never give up attitude, and Faeez Jacobs went to sleep just for that reason.
Yeah, for his troubles.
There's the sportsmanship between the two. At the end of the day, they'll probably be closer than ever after that one. Here's your action replay brought to you by Restonic Mattresses.
There we see locked in so tight. There's absolutely no place to go from there. Referee Vicker Swat right on top of the action, saw he wasn't moving, lifted the arm up, saw he was out, and immediately Cal Ellenor lets it go. Big submission victory for him. As he said before the fight, he was not going to leave it up to the judges, and he did not do that for one single second. Clinical performance by Cal Pacino Ellenor, and as Cyrus said, the whole bantamweight division has been put on notice. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Let's send it up to Cyrus. He's got our result.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vicker Swart has called a stop to the contest at 4 minutes 52 seconds of the very first round. Declaring your winner by tap out due to guillotine choke, Cal Pacino Ellenor.
I'm here with your winner, Cal Ellenor. Massive victory for you tonight. You came in against the guy that was riding the wave, and you certainly weren't going to leave it up to the judges this time.
No chance. I said from the start, I'll go out on my shield. I knew it in bang, I knew it was dangerous. I said I'll come in here and put it all on the line. I'm 8-0 now, I'm 2-0 in AFC. Anybody in Cape Town wants us to fight, AFC wants us to fight, I'll fight. I love this sport. Everything for Hannah and Jesse, I love you. TFT, I told you. I knew I was coming to win, and that's what I was going to do. So So be it. Pay some bonus money, I deserve it. Graham's a legend. I love AFC, thank you.
Well, you've certainly put this bantamweight division on notice. We look forward to seeing your next fight. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Cal Ellenor.
How about that? He said a lot out there. He says that he's 2-0. Obviously, he's not counting that decision loss. He feels that he won it. I think we do too. That being said, Cal Ellenor is officially on a 2-fight win streak after that fight overseas. Now with a big win over Faeez Jacobs, and you got to wonder what might be next for the Englishman. I know we can't wait to see him back inside the hexagon. Extremely talented, definitely has title aspirations, and you never know, one day that just might come true. Well, folks, we are the official insurance partner for